LegacyMaker, the All Sports Network.
Hello, everybody. I'm Darrell, LegacyMaker Sports Network, and we're here for episode 5 of Redskins 732. Of course, I'm Darrell. This is Jeremiah Quimby. Got to give you the update, the latest updates on the Washington Redskins. Now, of course, we got to start this one off right with the Washington Redskins game from last week as they took on the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know a lot of Redskin fans are not thrilled at the way this one went down. Redskins lost a tough one, 32-27. But Jay, it didn't start off that way. They were in great shape, Jay. They were looking phenomenal at 20-7 at halftime.
They looked very crisp. They looked really good. I really believe that one difference in the game was when Allen had to be pulled out because of knee issues. They lost the ability to collapse that pocket. It gave Carson Wentz time to find, Deshaun Jackson. There was a couple broken coverages, where he got those long touchdowns. It's disappointing, very much so. I agree. I really was excited to see what the rookie class was doing that was on the field along with the new people. Keenum come in, looked very solid.
Yeah, McLaurin looked phenomenal.
Yes.
He goes out there and has a great game. That's what you want to see from your rookie wide receiver who comes in there and just, does all the things you expect.
Yeah.
And the Redskins have struggled in the passing game, or at least struggled looking for that receiver that would take them to the next level. And I know it's just one game, but there's a lot of positives that came out of it.
He looked great. I mean, I stick with what I said in the preseason. He is the best route-running wide receiver in this class, hands down. He is going to be in this league for a long time, whether as a player or a coach. Love him. Defensively, I wanted to see a little more from Montez Sweat. They brought him in to play more packages with Allen out. Really wasn't getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. But overall, I was very impressed. They did good. Jimmy Moreland blew coverage.
Yeah.
Very unlike Jimmy Moreland.
I think it's because he went to 32 and he's no longer 25.
Oh, you think the number changed?
I mean, but all jokes aside, I think that what we saw in the first half is what you want to see from this Redskins team. If you can get that Redskins team all year, you're going to be competing all year long. Yeah. That second half, I think when in the third quarter, they only had like 10 snaps in the third quarter. That type of stuff can't happen, man. And then, they had that little run late. Trey Quinn got in the end zone towards the end of the game, but it was already too late. I don't like a lot of what I saw, in that perspective. You can't disappear in second halves of games. And another thing that went down in this game that's probably just the worst thing that can happen is, Darius Guice get hurt. He only had 10 yards. Guice had 10 yards. Excuse me, he had 18 yards. 10 carries, 18 yards, and he just, didn't look like himself.
So do you think maybe it was hurt prior to him coming out of the game? Because he did not look to have that same explosiveness that he had in the preseason game.
No, he didn't have that spring that he had in the first.
Because he had 11 carries in that first game, 44 yards.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but it makes me wonder if was it nagging him a little bit? He's like, I'm just going to push through it because if you listen to him, he was ready. He wanted to play. He wanted to be out there.
You want to prove that you're worth that pick. But
right.
The other thing on the flip side, you are healthy scratch.
AP. This had a lot of Redskin fans upset and veterans on the team.
You ruffle a lot of feathers because AP allowed them to be the team that they were last year because they were going through quarterbacks, and then that's what you set the man on the bench, and now you're gonna have to lean on him again because I know he's getting a second opinion, a guy says, but if he needs surgery, it's 6 to 8 weeks at least.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they may have had a small procedure today with Dr. James Andrews, and in that procedure, they said that the meniscus was torn, so they tried to repair his meniscus, and I think that he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh,
that's a rough deal for this Washington.
It really
Redskins
made. I mean, you got to feel for the young man. He hasn't been able to prove what he can do, but you have that veteran to fall back on. Do I think AP can get the 1,000 yards again? Absolutely. If this line plays like they did in the first half,
they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. And then what you saw from AP last year, I think will translate. We saw a little bit of what he still had in that Bengals game. Even though it was a short period, he's like, he still got the burst. He still can make things happen. They're going to have to lean on him this week against a very, very tough Dallas defense. And so I hated to see it. I just hated to see AP not playing this game. And that was the talk of the game. I feel like it took away a little bit from the performance of the Redskins, at least in the first half.
Right.
And then all you hear now is, that's what happened when you should have played AP. AP should have played. So instead of, the team as a whole getting, at least in the first half, getting the love that they deserve, now it's like, man, we should have played AP. AP should have been there.
The one thing that has really kind of baffled me is the Trent Williams front has been very, very quiet. We've heard nothing about it.
Nothing.
And there was a lot of speculation we could see him week 2, but it's so late in the week now.
Yeah, and we haven't heard anything at all. So
it's been a dead subject.
It went from it was going to be week 2 to nothing. So that's your weekly Trent Williams update. And
right
now, and we have to give it to you because we're still waiting to see what's going to happen with that as well.
The premier left tackle in the league.
Right. And he's just sitting at the house.
Just chilling
at the house, and something's got to give. Something's got to give. Now, with all that being said, we're gonna swing up to the biggest game of the year. Or at least, it's only 2 games in, but obviously, it's one of the 2 biggest games of the year.
Really could make or break the Skins season, to be honest, because there's been some mumbles about some things that we don't want to see happen.
Right.
If they get blown out by the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. This is my opinion. I'm a little worried that if Dallas comes in here. In the FedEx, and they punch the Redskins in the mouth, and they win by 2 touchdowns, or it just looks bad, I don't think we see Jay Gruden after this week. And I'm not trying to pump rumor. It just gives me a little bit nervous that I feel like the Redskins really have to, they have to show up, and I'm really worried about what it just, there's something there. There's like a little bit of a funk going on. I don't know what it is, but in order for the Redskins to grow and go to the next level, they have to figure that bad boy out.
I agree. The thing I would like to see, I don't want to see Gruden go.
Me neither.
But I think they need a different defensive coordinator. I really think they have enough talent on that field to be a top 10 defense.
Right.
But I don't think they're using them properly. They're not, covering up what play they're doing. They're not blitzing from the right. They need to they're missing that key middle linebacker. That's the thing. Mason Foster, they cut him. I still question why, because, we haven't really seen what we wanted to see out of, Hamilton or Holcomb. Bostic is a veteran, kind of understands it, but I don't think he's making those aggressive checkdowns.
Right.
And changes at the line that you need to be able to do as the captain of that defense. Yeah,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, their Redskins defense has all the potential in the world to be a top 10 defense. We know the talent is there. Their secondary is solid, and their defensive line is on point. Now, losing Allen is going to hurt a little bit, especially you got Zeke come in the town. You got to deal with the young guy and Tony Pollard.
The Great Wall of Dallas.
Yeah, the Great Wall of Dallas. I like, if you look and see what Dallas has been able to do, Cobb is going to be a problem if he stays healthy for that team in this game. But the Redskins can win this game. Jay, how do they win this game, though, Jay? I feel like they can win this game, but how do they win this game?
Feed the ball to Adrian Peterson, control the clock. That you go back to the old style football. You got to control that clock. You check down. Case Keenum is great at being able to convert third downs.
Right.
You got really good young wide receiver crew. You got Quinn, Lauren. Richardson, when he's healthy, is a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
You get Harmon out there for jump balls. Reed should be back. Jordan Reed's back in space. He's
dangerous.
Great.
He's dangerous when he's in space. And then we saw the performance that Vernon Davis had last week. I don't know how we forget to mention that. And, prayers go out to his family. He lost his grandfather
passed Saturn night.
Helped raise them. And, what a performance that you had from Vernon Davis in that game, and the touchdown run was amazing.
Yeah, he just looked like he had the hit stick going on when they were after him, because he was like,
my man's out here leaping over people. And when and a stat that I did know, and Drew Willingham in his article put up, he passed Shannon Sharp for 6 all-time in touchdowns for tight ends. So that's a pretty big deal right there.
But no, that's a
pretty big deal right there. So I look at that and say, the potential is there for a W, but I think it's very important that they get this win this week. They got Chicago on Monday night the following week, and then of course they take on the Giants, and then they have the Patriots. They've got to find a way to go at least 2-2 in my mind going into that Patriots game.
Oh, absolutely, I agree, and it would be amazing for not just the coaching staff, but the team itself to pick up win in this game, because everybody has got, Eagles, Cowboys.
Yeah.
This would say, hey, we're here.
Yeah, the Redskins, they had that chance last week, and they let it slip, but they have a chance this week to do this, because people are picking Dallas to go. There's a lot of people out there picking Dallas to make a Super Bowl run, and this is a chance for the Redskins to say, bam, punch right in the mouth. And try to
football, last week is last week.
Right.
We play now.
It's going to be a good one, and it should be a very challenging game. The best rivalry, in my opinion, I think it's, if not the best rivalry in football, it's definitely in the top 3. It's definitely in the top 3 in football.
The good ones. I mean, the other thing I've heard in rumblings is maybe there's going to be a potential pickup in the safety category named Eric Berry.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Eric Berry in the Washington Redskins uniform.
Next Landon Collins.
Could be interesting. That's just hearsay. We'll see.
It's just speculation.
Just speculating, but you never know. All right, everybody, that's it. Redskins 732, episode 5 in the books. We'll see you back next week for episode 6. Recap the Cowboys game and get you ready for Monday Night Football.
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
HTTR.
I'm Darrell Owens, Jeremiah Quimby. Until next time, peace.
LegacyMaker, the All Sports Network.